and welcome to Phasmophobia. This is Beginner's Guide for Solo Adventure. My name is Vechna Vatra, and in this tutorial we are going to cover several important things for all players that are starting this game. We're gonna cover these topics: what map to pick, starter items, how to find the ghost room, taking a picture, identify the ghost, and survive the hunting. Now, first thing that we need to do is to create private lobby, since we're gonna play it solo. Unless you have a friends that are willing to play this game with you, play initially this game in a solo mode. Try avoiding public servers due to the fact that people usually don't like the new and unexperienced players. You can be kicked out of the server, which is never a good sensation, or even worse, people can troll you. And your ultimate goal is to learn the game. But if you insist that you want to play it in a company, try finding companions on official Phasmophobia Discord. Check the link in the description. Now, on this map selection screen we are going to focus on a small maps only. Those maps are Willow Street House, Tanglewood Street House, Edgefield Street House, Ridgeview Road House, Grafton Farmhouse and Bleasdale Farmhouse. Maps to avoid are Brownstone, High School, Prison and Asylum. Reason to play small maps are simple because everything is condensed in a much smaller area. It will take you least amount of the time to explore, find the ghost, and to do all the other things, including optional tasks if you choose so. A very important reason why to choose small maps is the fact that you're in effect racing against the time. More time you spend in the house, more sanity you're going to lose, and that means the ghost will start hunting you. Ghosts will start hunting usually when your sanity goes below 50%, although some ghosts start hunting from 60%. But also, there is one exception, of course. Banshee can randomly attack any given point. Also, play the game on the amateur level, since in this case you will have more time to investigate and hunts will last least amount of the time, until at least you are confident enough to get to the intermediate level. These are your starter items, which you have on the beginning of each new map you're going to start. This equipment is free, so even if you die, you will always have it and not lose any money. Due to this reason, I strongly suggest you use these items here until you get some idea how everything works and earn some money to buy more equipment. Keep in mind that even with these starter items, you'll have all the tools that you need to identify the ghosts. Now that your game started, first thing I would recommend is to listen to what this narrator is saying. This information will be useless for you at the beginning, but it is a good idea to have that routine to listen to it, because later on when you gain more experience, it can potentially provide useful hint about the ghost behavior. When you're good to go, always have the routine to first grab the key to the house, then go for the flashlight, grab the EMF reader and follow the camera. If you build this routine early on, you'll be thankful to yourself later on. Alright, now it's time to hunt the ghost. Your main way to find a ghost at this point is sound, and you will carry the EMF reader when you pinpoint that location that you find it. When you enter a house, be very silent and listen to the sounds around you. Faster you can find the direction of the noise, better for you. Some occasion you will have luck and very easily pinpoint direction. Like this scenario, where you instantly from entrance have idea where to go and find the room without any issue. On some occasions you will struggle to pinpoint that room due to either room be far away, on a different floor, or that the ghost is very shy with activity. Also keep in mind the fact, even if you for instance hear the noise on the right very clearly, it may be below you or above you. If you find the location but there isn't anything there, go below or above to check it out. We also have a scenario where you roam around, hear the noise, but can't quite figure out where the noise is coming from. In this scenario, best strategy is to go room by room with EMF thoroughly, listen to sound, and when leaving the room, close the doors behind you. This way you can eventually trace back and see if some doors were open, and if the answer is yes, you will know that ghost is very close to that location. If you stumble upon very shy ghost, always look at the ground and the tables, and if you see some items that are dropped or fallen, that is a good indicator that you're in the proper place. When you find those kind of items, be in the room for a while and see if the ghost's gonna do it again. In an alternative way, you can also speak and say, "Give me a sign," or "Show yourself" repeatedly until you get some results. When you get some results, point the EMF at that direction and confirm that interaction. voila, you found the room. Since you roam around the house and looking at the evidence, pay attention to the bone item, like this. Take a close photo, grab it, and those two things gonna bring you some extra cash. Bone is spawned each time you play a new map, and usually you find it just by going everywhere. If you can't find it, don't lose too much time in order to find it, because it could be obscured by something or spawn on the carpet or beneath something, and you will not be able to find it that easy. So if you find along the way, good. If not, don't search for it. That time effort can be only rewarding on a higher difficulty. Next thing, to take a photo of Ouija board. However, this item is not always spawned, and when it does, it spawns on particular places. Don't actively search for it, but pay attention to the ground or shelves. If you find it, take a close photo of it, bring it to the front entrance. You will need a free hand to carry it around, then activate it by clicking on it, and only ask what is your favorite room. If it works, take a photo of it, since it will count as an interaction, and also tell you exactly where is the ghost room. Voila, there you go. One more way to find the ghost room. One big caution. Be very careful when using Ouija board, because it can drain your sanity significantly, by 40% to be precise, if the question fails. So use this option only as a last option to find the room. All other pictures that you can take are interactions, like picture of ghost, fingerprints, footstep, and dirty water. Also on some occasion you can take pictures of dolls. I will not get into too much detail about it, since I consider this knowledge for the next level, but we'll show you a few cases. In either scenario, whatever you're taking photo of, make sure that to be close as possible except for the hunting phase. Just avoid that time and run until you know what you're doing. So here are some examples how not to take a photo. Now when you found the location, drop the camera in EMF and go back to the van to grab the UV light and the spirit box. My suggestion would be to first try using the spirit box several times repeatedly, with questions like, where are you? How old are you? When you're done with that, switch to the UV light and check the doors, the light switches, windows for the fingerprints. Then, if you are done with that, drop those two items, head back to the van, and grab the book and the video cam. For the book, keep in mind that it can sometimes take really big amount of time until it is signed, and as for the video cam, you'll probably need to move it a few times to find the proper angle and pay close attention to the monitor. See some of the examples of this case. As for the freezing temperature, at this point room will have visible breathing if it's below 0 or not, so you don't usually need extra equipment for this. For more information about these items, I'll probably cover soon it in another video. Now the hardest part. First information that you need to know: when the hunt starts, you have a 5 seconds before ghosts become active and start to chase you. During this 5-second period, make sure that you go outside of the room if you're trapped there, even through the ghost, since it will not affect you during that delay. At this point, you have two viable strategies: either to run and avoid the ghost, or run and hide in the closet locker. A better option is to try to run toward the closet locker if it's near you, and once inside of that spot, make sure to pay attention to the doors. Ghosts can open it directly or randomly, so if the door opens, immediately close it and make sure it remains closed until the end of the hunt. If you choose to run or the closet locker is far away, make sure to always break the line of sight as soon as possible and don't speak during the hunt, because ghosts can find you by voice that you make and guide them toward you. On the occasion where your only remaining option is just to run, try finding a big table or car or any large area where can you circle around. Some ghosts can't be around, like Revenant, also one ghost in the cold room, but there are also more things, but check more information about ghosts in the links in the description. Ultimately, on the amateur level, you need to survive for 30 seconds, so whatever you choose to do, make sure that you are safe enough for that period of time. But more you play, more you will have the knowledge about where to hide, where to run, and how to avoid ghosts chasing you. With all this information, you should be more than ready to tackle amateur level, earn money, and gain valuable experience for the next level. Start using other equipment, get familiar with ghost types, their distinction and perks and other things. Also, check out in the description link to ghost types and how they behave, because this is the next thing that you will need to learn. Beside that, I would also suggest ignoring the optional text at amateur level. It will give you very little money and experience, it takes time, and also it is usually required to have some extra equipment to getting it done, which means that you need to invest, and in that scenario, if you die, well, you lose the money. So leave the optional text for the intermediate level. And that is the conclusion of this tutorial. If you like it, give it a thumb up, share some thoughts in the comment section, and
hope you enjoyed this video. Until next time, have a magnificent day and bye bye. Yeah!